Yeah, like Joe said, you don't get any B's in college, I guess. That was a long time ago, I'm sorry to say. So, before we get going, I want to introduce Lauren Johnson of our firm, and he's really been instrumental in helping develop what you're going to see tonight. And he's going to do the presentation of the individual floor plans. And he's one of our bright young designers, and he's been a great help on developing what you're going to see here. When we started this project 2.5 years ago, we had an opportunity to meet with the city and staff, and three things really came to the fore. First of all, and Jeff mentioned the process we went through with the city, was the city had a very strong feeling on what they wanted here in terms of the building. And what you're going to see in terms of massing and configuration of the building is really driven by that. Jeff mentioned this is a 6-story building. They actually wanted to have a 7-story building. The master plan for the downtown area really follows the tenets of good urban design, which is very high density. Bringing the buildings to the edge of the property, much like you see in Chicago, to create street wall along Sheridan Road. And also very important to create activities and place functions within the building to really create street activation, which obviously enlivens the street, creates security in the street. So those are all things that were very important to the city and something that we obviously integrated into the design. The second thing was it became very clear to us that, obviously over the years you've acquired a number of buildings, and the buildings don't aesthetically and functionally necessarily work together as an overall campus. And what we would want to try to do with this addition, with the renovations, and especially with Massey Street going down the center, was to create that campus feel both aesthetically and functionally. And then the last thing is, I think you all know where this is located, the main north-south road there, Sheridan Road on the right. Genesee is kind of the main street of Waukegan is to the left, and then at the bottom is Washington Street. Sheridan Road edges the bluff that goes down to the Amsteds and the railroad track. And if you stand on Sheridan Road, you really have a pretty good view of the lake. And you can imagine when you're 6 stories up in the air what kind of view you get. So, you can't deny the wonderful resource and the asset of being so close to the lake, and we really want to capitalize that through the design. Again, Jeff went over the basic components of the project, the renovations of 111 North Genesee, and what I affectionately call the little building 33 North Genesee. We're going to do some demolition there to take care of the early learning area, and then you can see the south side where the 6-story tower would be. Jeff did also touch on, this is kind of a minor goal to the whole thing, is that you did purchase the parking lot. And one thing that's very important on any campus is the security and safety of the students. So, the opportunity to secure that parking lot, create connectivity to the new building, which in turn creates connectivity to the old building, allows you basically to park your car in safety and then go anywhere on campus without ever feeling insecure. So, something that's very important. Here are a few shots of downtown Waukegan. I mentioned creating that campus feel. I think the Globe building was kind of the thing that we took as the mark of what we were trying to achieve. We're going to look at 111 Genesee and see how far the money will go to refurbish that, not only aesthetically, but reconfigure some of the functions within that building so we can create some of that street activation, which is so important. And then you'll see a little bit later the aesthetics of our building, again, kind of conform to that overall campus aesthetic that we're trying to achieve. Again, here's the site plan. One important component is really not a building at all. It's the space created by the buildings around it. Coming from U of I immediately give the analogy of the quad, a place where people can come, very active space, where a lot of the activities inside the building spill out on a daily basis when we have nice weather. And then also an opportunity to engage with the city itself. Like I said, Genesee Street is the main drag through Waukegan. The opportunity to draw people into the mall and students out into the downtown was something that was extremely important. You can see we've kind of reconfigured that whole area right now. If any of you are familiar with that area, it's kind of a leftover space right now, and we want to really activate it with both auto circulation for the drop-off for the early learning center, and then toward Genesee Street to create hardscape and softscape that then the functions that you'll see in a second that we're creating on the first floor on 33 Genesee, the Globe building, and 111 North Genesee can spill out into that plaza and really create that activation that the city is after and create a lively environment for the downtown. One other aspect of that space that we're creating, and something we feel is very important, you see on most campuses, when you enter those kind of public spaces, you get a sense of entry into those spaces. The connection between Globe Building and 111 has always been kind of problematic. It's been kind of very dark and not very inviting. It's got dark tinted glass. You know, at that time the technology wasn't there for replacing to keep the heat out, so we tinted it. We want to refurbish that and create, number one, more of a transparent feel with reglazing it, so that you can see through it. It's more inviting. You can see the activity of the students crossing over from one building to the other. And then also to create this kind of inverted U shape, to create this gateway feeling into the, what I call the quad canvas. Here's one of the preliminary views that we developed looking from Sheridan Road from the southeast. I talked about capitalizing on the view of the lake, and one thing that we felt was very important, and that Keegan felt was very important, was to open up certain aspects of the building to the community. And considering we're so close to the lake, we felt what a great opportunity to take the top floor and make some sort of a roof terrace that on a weekly basis could be used for classroom functions, and then on weekends could be used for community functions with a terrace around the perimeter. You can just imagine the views that you have from that location looking across the lake. We then also, again, Lauren will go through this when it goes to the floor plan, we tried to locate all of the public student functions for the east side of the building to really capitalize those views so that not just private offices take advantage of that opportunity, but we can really celebrate those views for everybody that utilizes the building. And then I talked about the security. This is kind of the back side from the southwest side. You can see that connectivity from the parking garage that we now own to what is a service floor on the back side, so you can immediately go in there. There's elevator stairs right there to take you to any floor in the building or continue on to the bridge across to below building. And then off to the side, right now the way that your early learning is located, kind of the play area is within Madison Street right away, which isn't the best sort of thing in terms of security, and it really isn't the best and highest use for that space. So what we're providing here is we're proposing to take down two of the older buildings on the north side of Madison and building a one-story secured area with an enclosed play yard. So it gets them kind of out of the way of the main drag and quad on Madison. And then here's another view kind of looking over the lake, gives you a sense of the really nice views. The other thing that this really shows is, downtown Waukegan has done a very nice job of streetscaping with hardscape, with pavers and ornamental lighting. So to create that kind of continuation of that feeling of the downtown, instead of closed, college campus, we continued that hardscape and, a lot of the amenities that you saw in that redevelopment downtown into the quad area. And this is kind of the more photorealistic view of where the project stands right now, looking from and so with that, I'll turn it over to Lauren, and he'll go over the floor plans.